Hello fellow humans and welcome back to Shibari 101. In today's lesson, we've already covered single column ties, and if you haven't seen that, please do refer to this video and check that out. Today we're going to talk about double column ties, which is the next step. So a single column tie is just one column. Obviously a double column tie is two columns. So it's two wrists, two ankles, two legs. Now, it can also be two parts of the same limb side by side. What I mean by that is it could be a forearm to an upper arm. It could be an ankle to a thigh. It's going to be, if you bend something and then make it two columns, you can still use a double column tie there. A good example of that is something called the frog tie, in which you do a double column around the ankle and the thigh on both legs, so it kind of looks like a frog. And you can do it with the arms too, kind of like wings. So it's very similar to the single column tie, but there's really just one key difference. Now I'm going to show you two different versions, one of which is easy, fast to tie, but is not necessarily in a non-collapsible tie. The second one is going to be much more similar to the original single column Somerville bowline. So first we'll start with the fast, easy one to tie. And we're going to be doing this on my legs. So all you need is one rope. And starting from your bite, which if you're not familiar with that term, do check out the terminology video that I posted earlier. And it's going to begin the same way that the single column tie did, except instead of just going around one, we're going to go around both the columns. So go around both your columns twice. Being careful not to let your rope get all twisty and weird. Now for this first version, you are going to want to leave your bite on the longer side. So I'm going to leave my bite about a good foot long. So here I've just got my double wraps here. Now the bite's going in one direction and the working ends are going in the other, just like our single column tie. You're going to pick them up and you're going to rotate them 90 degrees so that they form this little cross section here. And then taking the bite, you're going to go down underneath these bottom ones here behind my legs. You're going to go underneath those and come back up the other side. And then we're just going to do a regular square knot. So once and twice. And there you go. It's double column tie because it's going around both my legs and it connects itself in the middle. So it's going around both columns and they're connected to each other. Now, because we just did this square knot on the top, if you pull particularly hard on this, it is going to kind of come undone and cinch a little bit. So this is not a suspension tie. This is just like you're in the bedroom, you want to hog tie someone real quick, so you need to put a double column tie around their ankles. This is a great choice for that. Now the other double column tie is pretty much the same thing as the original Somerville bowline, because it's gonna, just as we were with the two wraps around your double column, your two columns, and you're gonna do the same thing as the Somerville bowline. So you'll take your working end, make your loop so it's still going in the same direction, pull up your bite. Now the key difference here is when you're gonna go over the X of the loop just like before, but then you're gonna come underneath this bottom set of wraps as well when you're pulling the bite back up, and then come up through your loop just like the regular Somerville bowline and pull it all tight. Now this is not going to come undone because it is the same thing as a Somerville bowline. It's not necessarily as fast and easy as just twisting and doing the quick square knot, but this is definitely a better option if you're worried about it coming undone a little bit. Something else I'd like to talk about that is in regards to all double column ties is particularly on wrists. You don't want to do this too tight because if you go too tight on the wrists, it's going to dig in and be uncomfortable really quick. And the one thing that people don't think about is how far apart your columns are, because you naturally are going to want to kind of have them straight close together. But the thing is, if you do it like that, when these ropes pinch in on each other, it's going to be way too tight. You need to have space in between your columns because the ropes should be able to touch each other, and that's going to leave the amount of space that's left when the ropes touch each other is what they're going to have when the tie is finished. So a good technique to have if you're not sure how far apart to have the columns is pinch your ropes before tying. So that way you know it's not going to be too tight. Because see here how my legs are definitely still tied, but this is a very comfortable position. These ropes aren't too tight and my tie is completely connected underneath. So those are some quick little details on how to tie 2 different double column ties. And if you have any questions, please do let me know. Like this video if you learned something today or just enjoyed listening to me talk. If you're not already, please do subscribe. My name's Shell Elizabeth, and you never quite know where you're going to get with me. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye!